Welcome to the NCAA Softball Regionals presented by Capital One. The field has been narrowed slightly here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. 3 teams remain, and only 2 will be left after this game. Oklahoma State and Indiana in an elimination matchup. Both teams 1-1 so far here in the postseason. Oklahoma State defeated Indiana yesterday for the way that Shonda Stanton had her work in that last game, because she told us when we spoke in the 4th inning with our interview, Strader retires Delgadillo, that yeah, Copeland looked a little bit tired, and you can understand that with the workload she's had, over 200 pitches over 2 days. So Hassler over to first base.
Ultimately, it's just, what do we have to do to win right now?
That's shallow in the alleyway, right center field. Wilkeson the catch, and a double play. Season up. Crandall to Copeland. Hard liner, Delgadillo can't get to it, and if she can't, nobody can. Copeland for 2. She is in, safe at second base. The Hoosiers are aggressive base runners, and
It's how are you going to start hot against her?
well, it was a nice looking swing from Minnick. It's off of Warsup's glove in right field. Copeland comes around third. The throw beats her to the plate. She dives. The ball is loose. She is safe at the plate. Minnick drives in Copeland with a chaotic finish at home. 1-0 Indiana. But Schneidmiller couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, I agree, and it's usually not a pitcher that you're going to see going in this diving head first. She holds up at first because she thinks it might be caught. Looks like it almost is, but as soon as it ricochets off of the glove, Delgadillo comes, and that ball had plenty of time to make the play, but you're right, it's on the contact. The ball pops out.
And now Avery Parker swings, drives it deep to the right center field gap. Warsup makes the catch. Sacrifice fly. Hoosiers 2, Cowgirls nothing.
After kind of having that break.
Oh, sure. That is base hit number 3 of the first 4 batters to start the game. The Hoosiers in the postseason for a 3rd straight year. They get 2 unconventionally on the right side of the infield. The inning is over, but the damage is also done early. Copeland and Minnick get up. And Godwin finds a hole on the left side of the infield. So after she became the 4th Cowgirl to hit multiple home runs in an NCAA tournament game, here she comes through with their first base hit.
Fun to watch.
Ball and strike to Edwards. On the ground, Van Brandt goes to second, and the fielder's choice takes Godwin off the bases, 1 away. So 1 hit here in the postseason, a big one, a 2-run triple. And that's beautifully fielded by Van Brandt. The sliding play. 2 balls hit her way and handles both of them very.
The ball out.
7th spot, Rachel Hadhoot. And Warsup takes off, and the throw backed up nicely there by Van Brandt. So Warsup is in scoring position with the Cowgirls looking for their first run, and that's her 20th stolen base of the year. Like Megan Delgadillo, transferring up a level this year, coming to Stillwater. In the air right field, Mitchell doesn't get there in time. That is down. Warsup scores, and the lead is cut in half. It's 2-1 with Rachel Hadhoot's RBI double. Hadhoot's on at second, 2 down. And a 3-2 from Reyes. Missed it low, ball 4.
Go up.
Sinking line drive into Strader's glove, and the inning is over. Oklahoma State came in down 2. Rachel Hadhoot with an RBI double makes it a 1-run game. Freshman of the year back in 2023, Taryn Kern, also on that Stanford team. Fly out to center field for Madeline Strader to start off the bottom of the second inning. And Taryn Curran does have a connection to this year.
So at this point, they've been getting postseason, but Indiana's still trying to make that next step.
Strike 3 on Josie Bird, who thought she had ball 4. Randall's first striker, and the only other player to win Freshman of the Year in Bloomington was Tammy Connor all the way back in 1985. So the start that year of something special for Indiana. They're hoping to carry it on one more day here in Fayetteville. There's a lot of softball left for Delgadillo. But doesn't she strike you as somebody who could get into coaching when her career is done?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, because just hearing both when she was at Cal State Fullerton as well as here from Coach.
And I don't know that anybody made a comment where she didn't have a good jab at him or a wisecrack, where she got everybody smiling at the end. And Copeland comes too far inside. Hassler to first base. Delgadillo at second. And with Oklahoma,
You could have put me, but
well, first base was the right spot.
I think it protected me mostly from catching.
Line drive into the left field corner. Delgadillo comes around to score, and we're tied at 2.
It's even better to be able to get the RBI, inside elevated pitch, and I think the key there was keeping her hands high. So instead of lifting it and going with that pitch that's already up, she stays through it and gets a nice little base hit down the left field line. Plenty of time for Delgadillo to come across. You know, she's shown up big. It's really a matter of sticking with it.
Center field, and it's past Wilkeson. Cowgirls take the lead. RBI double for Carly Godwin.
When she is seeing the ball so well. Something we've seen here over and over is that pitch that's up. They're keeping their hands through it. That ball off the center field fence. Some excitement.
One down, Edwards, run scores, throw to first, and they got her at first base. A bang play over there at the bag, but the bunt is successful, and that's the second time in 3 games where Oklahoma State has laid down a bunt that leads to a...
Could be overturned.
Right, because the foot is on the bag, and the way that they decide this play at first is the ball in the back of the glove. Not when it touches the leather, but when it's in the back of the glove, and this frame right here, DeMeo.
After review, the ruling on the field is changed. The runner is safe. This is Oklahoma State's first challenge.
Is that our first in this lineup? Tia Worsup, nobody out. And there goes Edwards to second base. They said to Indiana, you're going to have to make a choice. You either throw down to second or we take it. And so Edwards moves into score.
Was warming up earlier.
Worsup on a line, right field base hit. Godwin comes in, and Worsup with the throw to the plate. A wise base runner takes 2 bases.
And Worsup, a true triple threat from that left side. She stays through this, stands in. We see her run through the box often, but here she stays in and drives it to right field. And Mitchell coming up with that throw home. And in that situation, you know, we don't...
Season, they were trailing yesterday against Indiana, scored 7 runs in the 6th inning. Grounder to the circle. Hess can't control it. Nobody's out, and it's another run on the board. Edwards scores from third. Worsup goes 60 feet. Runners at the corners.
Yeah, they're just finding ways right now. This ball's hit hard up the middle. Hess, a lefty, has that glove on that right side. Otherwise, it would have been past her, but she's able to.
First and third, nobody out for the number 8 hitter of the inning, Audrey Schneidmiller. And the Cowgirls just keep on running. First pitch, and Hathoot scrambles safely to second. They will not be contained. Corners in, trying to deny another run. 2-0, center field. And that drops, it gets by Wilkeson. Nothing is going Indiana's way here in the third. Cowgirls by 5.
Come up with it. It was her speed. She was not too deep, but this ball is just dumped in, almost gets underneath it. You know, you almost wonder in that situation, she came down with her knees first, but possibly had she, it's a lot of battle in you.
A liner just gets over Van Brandt's glove. Hadhoud scores, Schneidmiller goes to third, and it was a big turn around first base for Bloodworth because nobody was holding her at first. She gets it down. There is no play at the plate. The throw to first is late, and the bases are loaded. That's the danger of Delgadillo running the base paths. Bases full for Amanda Hassler, who was 3 for 4 last game. And she gives it a ride, deep center. It's a grand slam! An 11-run third inning, and there are still 0 outs.
Well, they were going about passing the bat. This pitch down the middle of the plate, belt high. That is what you do when you're given that pitch. You take it straight away center. Beautiful swing by Amanda Hassler. That's the reason she's the DP.
High, left field, Minnick back to back! After the first grand slam of the year for Oklahoma State, consecutive dingers from Hassler and Davis.
And when you're confident, I mean, it's just fun to keep passing the bat. You want your chance, and it is once again, it's the high pitch. That is the ball that we see. If it does not have movement on it, it is going to get hit and get hit.
Godwin gets it good, but not good enough. And I don't know that I have ever seen an inning like this.
No, I personally have not.
Well, you were part of some amazing teams at Arizona. Are there any innings like, so 12 runs, 10 hits, couple of doubles, and a couple of home runs, and then 3 straight flyouts, and the top of the third comes to an end. I would advocate that, though. I think that's a good idea for anybody before they get into the real world. We just saw St. Louis here earlier today. They bowed out as the first team here in the Fayetteville Regionals.
Yes, I agree.
Probably nobody feels better right now than Riley Crandall. She didn't have to. Payout pitch to the Bloomington native. And she hits it into the shift, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 in the third.
Leave the past behind, you learn, and then you make adjustments and you go.
And this is about teaching life lessons too. Into right field, base hit for Rachel Hadhoud. She's 3 for 3. Scored 1. That game is in the 6th. Duke is a host. They're up 8-7 in an elimination game. Hard hit by Schneidmiller. One hop over Minnick's head, and Hadhoud comes into third base, standing up. Schneidmiller at. So second double and as many at bats for Schneidmiller. And Oklahoma State will expect to get one here. Bloodworth flies out to right, but it was a little bit too shallow. So well defended. Wark with a deeper fly ball out to right field than Bloodworth before her. So they get the sacrifice fly. And Schneidmiller.
Did you see this? What do you think? Why are they doing this? They're doing awesome. I mean, all the things.
That's off the elbow, so Hassler's to first base, hit by a pitch for the second time today. I've got to imagine for you too. You know, you're busy, you got 3 games today. You pick up your phone between innings and the notification number is probably like 72 of the group check. right to Strader at short. Down to a crouch, and the inning is over. Michaela Warwick, a rather cool and comfortable evening in Fayetteville. Hard line drive goes right back through the origin point, and Avery Parker with a leadoff single.
Players.
There's out number 1 in the inning. And you get a great mentor like Shonda Stanton, who's in her 8th year at IU, but has been a coach for several. She got connected to Shonda Stanton, and now she finds herself here in the postseason, not as a player anymore, but as a coach. Getting to go to that Clemson program where they have built something very special very quickly.
Just aren't that savvy on the bases.
That's down the line, and that's a fair ball. It gets by Warsup and takes a bounce off the padding. So no doubt they get the run scoring with Drummond and her great speed coming around from second base. And that makes it 14-3. Oklahoma State is the Hoosiers. Delgadillo retreating. That's over her head. This should get 2 in for Indiana. And it does. Josie Bird, Madeline Strader, back-to-back run-producing hits.
At one time, because all of a sudden 3 runs are scored in a hurry, and ball at the chest high. Bird doing a nice job of keeping her hands up. First it looked like Delgadillo might have had a shot on that, but still the 2 RBIs that come across.
Then a year ago, 75 1/3 in 20 games. Battled some arm issues, but they recruited her because she's a hard worker. In fact, Kenny Gajewski says she's a workaholic, one of those players who sometimes you have to tell.
Release point, the ball out of her hand.
So a 3-1 is off of Bloodworth's glove and into left field, and then off of Hadhoot. And the Hoosiers take advantage, trying to take the extra base. They get a run, but also sacrifice an out over at third. They'll take that, though, because it's about scoring at this point, trying to climb back into.
But it looks like she had a clear.
You know, Edwards gave her a good clear path to the bag.
A clear path to the outside part of the bag. Yeah, she was in good positioning right there.
After review, the ruling on the field has been changed. The runner is declared safe due to obstruction.
Okay.
Indiana's first.
Chopper, first base. Tag is there on Copeland, and that is as well as you could play that for Carly Godwin. So Copeland coming up the line faces the conundrum that if she retreats, she's automatically out, so she has to keep moving up. All Big 12 in the circle, all Big 10 at the plate. And this is to left field. Hadhoot retreating. She can't bring it in. And Taylor Minnick comes through big again. Her second RBI double of the game. This one produces 2 runs, and Indiana is within 6.
The entire infield shifted to the right side. This time she takes an outside pitch over left field Hadhoot's head. And that ball off the fence. It looked like she almost grabbed that ball, not able to come up with it. But you gotta love that.
And that just caught Parker on the arm. That's strike 3 called. And Malin ends a successful ending for the Hoosiers. Indiana scores 6. It is a ball game. Two and two to the Oklahoma State first baseman. Oh, she chased that one. Beautiful from Barry. Now, game 5 of this regional, game 6 tomorrow at 3 Central. And it'll be Arkansas the host against one of these 2 teams. There's hat number 2 of the inning. And you can tell some teams are taking out their frustration. And Virginia Tech will take on Alabama tomorrow after an 11-1 win over Belmont. And Tia Warsup's bunt helps avoid a 1-2-3 inning. So she's on for the 3rd time.
Well, the fact that Warslep has the ability to
She's at first for Hathoot, who smokes it to third. Burko with a diving stop, but the throw is just a little bit late. Her glance at second base cost her getting the out at first.
Yeah, I think she might have thought that was
A 7-6 lead over the national seed and host LSU. So Hathoot today, 4 base hits. Lined to short, straighter, a snow cone, and the inning is over. Tomorrow, it's getting through this one. Nothing easy. Delgadillo, a couple of stutter steps. And Van Brandt is out number 1 here in the Indiana 5th. That swag arrival on the doorstep. Sliced into left field. That's a base hit. Madeline Strader's 2 for 3. Malin was fired up when she got the strikeout looking of Kinsey Mitchell. It's a curveball for the postseason. Cooper with a day-to-day injury. Edwards takes her time and turns it into out number 3. Just a 4-batter 5th inning. Wilkerson already playing deep in good position to get Bloodworth.
I think
Delgadillo pinballs it between Strader's legs. Well, she came out and Cowgirls by 6, and that's the 3rd time that number 3, Amanda Hassler, has been hit by a pitch in this game. In a game of you don't see that often, just put that one on the list.
well, she's
And with that scoring change, making another hit, Delgadillo comes around 3rd, and she is in. Making sure to get the tag at home plate, 2nd and 3rd. So they now just add to what is another record for Oklahoma State. Indiana will have to score in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the grounder to short gets the job done. The advantage is back to 8.
a runner, and I think the key is, did they make contact? And you see her almost
So did she deny Strader a reasonable opportunity to play the ball is the question.
Well,
Don't think so.
I think the reason the call.
And here's the call.
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld. There was no interference.
I have to give credit where it's due, though. Even being out of challenges, out. Out to left field, and the top of the 6th is over. Indiana must score or their season comes to an end. Number 9 hitter, Melina Wilkerson. First pitch, first out. Indiana here on the verge of their season coming to an end as this ball goes to second and is out number 2, is that there has never been a team here this weekend that has gone down quietly.
Yeah, I agree. They've come out and yeah, and they're not even going to give her anything to hit. I think that's a lot of respect right there, because they know with one swing of the bat, she extends this game. So really a lot of respect right there to put her on first base.
As she homered twice.
Athletes 1 through 9 swing the bat at Indiana.
Malin and the Cowgirls a strike away. And that's it. Oklahoma State perseveres. They are on to the regional final tomorrow at 3 Central against the number 4 national seed, the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Well, and it was a team win, a team effort for them to be able to come back. They get to the final for their 5th straight time. It takes everyone. They know that, but I think we're starting to see the importance of them being able to go to the bullpen, the hitters, the numbers that they were putting up, and they come out with just a huge win after that loss earlier to the Razorbacks.